Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to week six. Can you believe we're at week six already of organizational change? So, this week, the big thing is our final paper, our final product. Uh, we also have some chapters to work on still, right? I made it a little bit lighter for you could have some time to work on your final paper and finish that up, which is due on the 19th. Okay. Uh, if you need an extra day or so, please contact me and let me know why. I know we all have a very busy course load going on right now. But anyway, so we have chapter 14, 15, and 16 in our readings today this week. Chapter 14 is on performance management, 15 talent management, and 16 is on diversity in the workplace. Now, I did not include any of the applications, so you won't see those on Blackboard. However, there is a quiz for each chapter, one of those small quizzes. Uh, but yeah, none of the case studies for this week, and you should not see them on Blackboard. I removed those. Okay, but yeah, performance management is huge. Actually, I teach a class here at Goodwin just on performance management and changes in the performance management system. That directly affects employees, and nothing will scare them more than changes in their performance management. So, for instance, how am I going to be rated with this new supervisor, right? Yeah, there's a new bonus system. How is that going to affect me? Because that gets right to that David Rock scarf model, right? It's going to hurt them, and it could hurt them in their pocketbook. So there's a lot of fear when it comes to performance management changes. Same with talent management. What is this new position that's being advertised going to require? Am I qualified? Uh, how do I get promoted? What kind of training can I get at the job? And that's difficult too. Diversity is huge, and I'm not talking not talking just diversity on race or nationality or gender, which is a huge factor, but diversity also on, let's say, disability, right? There's the American with Disabilities Act. Are we meeting those needs? Are we biased against that? There's a lot of studies going on, and rightfully so, on bias and inclusion. And I think you would be very surprised at some of the research. If you ever get a chance, and this is a free assessment, it's by Harvard, it's called the Implicit Association Test. And this implicit association, if you just did a Google on that, you would find it, implicit association test. And so what it does is it tries to uncover unconscious bias that we may have. So, for instance, what it does, if it shows you pictures and words, and you have to hit certain keys on your computer when you see this. So I'll use gender right now, right? So it shows you pictures of a man, right? And man, dishes, man, office, man, computer, woman, uh, baby, woman, dishes, woman, computer, man, baby, and you have to hit these certain keystrokes. So the thought process is that if you have to think longer on this, so like for instance, associating men and diapers, you may have an unconscious bias of that. Hey, women, uh, you know, are better at home. You may have that unconscious bias. Now, it's very controversial, this research, because the reliability and validity is very low. But it's a good thought, self-reflection, to think on. So I highly recommend that you give it a try and self-reflect on it. It's good stuff. Uh, Okay. Uh, that's all I'll talk about with diversity and inclusion. Once again, it's a huge topic, and I teach actually with the military. I teach a lot on diversity and inclusion. Uh, that's one of my big topics. Uh, anyways, let's talk about the final paper. So, the final paper, right? You are going to identify a change that you experienced, and you're going to talk about John Carter's 8 steps. I remember we've talked about that. I've provided some links to it. There's also another link in there. Uh, you know, discuss a little bit about bridges, the transition phase that we talked about in week 1 and week 2. and talk a little bit about that David Rock scarf model, on why people resistant to change. Your paper is going to be 7 to 10 pages of content. That doesn't mean including your, cover page and your references. No, of content. Come on. This is a senior level class, and it's going to be in APA format. Don't forget to do your references in APA, your citations, and all of that, because I got to look at that. So yeah, tell me about a change you've witnessed. It could be one that failed, could be one that succeeded, and go through those models and explain it. I think you'll be surprised on some of the things you've learned, perhaps on a change that did not make it. Okay? Once again, that is due to me on the 19th. If something is going on and you need another day, please get in contact with me and let me know. A couple of days, no. If you need a day, I understand. And the reason why I do it at the end of week 6, I know some people do it at the end of week 7, right? Is because at the end of week 7, I usually have a day to enter your grade, to grade everything, and to enter your final grades. And that doesn't give you enough time, because sometimes the class that you're taking needs a passing grade from this one. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times I get papers sent to me, and I might send it back and say, hey, yeah, I would check this, so this gives me a little bit of time to say, hey, perhaps you need to spend a little bit more time. Okay. So yeah, I know it's in kind of a jam sometimes, but most other classes you have your final papers due on the last week. So look at this as you got some free time. Okay. Once again, if you have any questions, please let me know and reach out to me. Okay. Thanks.